A twisted terror from another world is making life hell for Batman, and to defeat this foe, he may need to go to some dark places. All this and more in the pages of The Batman Who Laughs, issue number 2. Let's hop on in together and find out what happens next, shall we? So then, as we begin the comic, Alfred is wrist-deep in clown blood. Sounds a little like my Friday night, but hey, don't ask. The Joker shot himself in the previous issue, hoping to further corrupt Batman. Now Alfred is wondering aloud if he should just let the Clown Prince die, or keep him in a medically induced coma. That's an option. Batman understands where Alfred is coming from, but a hero wouldn't purposely let someone die, even someone as evil as the Joker. Plus, he might need him later. Time is ticking down for the Dark Knight. He got dosed with Joker poison, and now he's changing into a full-fledged juggalo, which is why, of course, he's pumping a bunch of Faygo into his veins. I keyed, of course, it's Joker anti-venom, and the only thing that's keeping Batman from turning into a monster like the Batman Who Laughs. And speaking of that, Batman's murders continue to pile up across Gotham. Another dead Bruce Wayne is found from another Earth by Gordon. This time, it's a Bruce Wayne who became mayor after the death of Jason Todd. Bruce, while cosplaying as Harvey Bullock, figures the Batman Who Laughs must still be doing all of this for a reason. Maybe there's something in these Bruce's blood that he's after. Maybe the Batman Who Laughs is lonely without an Earth to go home to, and because of that, he wants to twist and corrupt this one, turning into something more familiar. Fearing some kind of biological attack, Batman rushes to activate the Last Laugh protocol, something he picked up while fighting the Court of Owls. Basically, if a chemical agent were ever to be set off in Gotham City, this is a way how Batman could flush the entire city clean. Too bad the Batman Who Laughs is basically Bruce anyway and knows everything he knows, so he's not only able to beat him to the punch, but also walk right through all of his fancy security scanners. And I'm sure just to be an extra dick, he also changed Batman's Wi-Fi password while he was at it. Now, Batman knows he can't beat this dude in a straight-up fistfight because, well, he knows all his moves, so he has to make up some new ones like Bruce Lee and have a style all of his own. Oh, it's nicknamed Bam Pow in case you're wondering. Yeah, I mean, it's no Jet Kundo, but I appreciate digging up the 60s again. Of course, the Batman Who Laughs was never playing fair from the get-go. He had the Grim Knight watching his back, a Batman who worships firearms and who on his Earth faked the death of Bruce Wayne so he could war on crime 24/7. I feel like Batman but with guns has been done so many times before, and this guy should be lame, but he's just so awesome. The bad guys end up winning the day and blowing up Batman's final failsafe, which means a hurt Bruce succumbing to his disease has no choice but to try and get the Joker to help him. Mr. J is uncooperative, but it is true to beat a sick mind, Batman will need a sick mind on his side. And wouldn't you know it, Jim Gordon might know the perfect man for the job. His son, James Gordon Jr., former serial killer, former supervillain, and maybe Gotham's final hope as the comic comes to a close. And so that was The Batman Who Laughs, issue number 2, everybody, and once again, Snyder and company are on fire here. Adding a ticking clock to the story was an inspired choice to help ratchet up the drama in a story that was already pretty damn dramatic. Snyder is just so good with stakes, and I feel that's something a lot more writers could learn from here and again. This issue also pulls back the layers as we get to hear that out of all the Batman and all the multiverses, ours might be the most miserable, which of course has the character questioning, is the fighting even worth it most days? But by far, what I really like about this issue is all the callbacks to Snyder's other works, including the big one, James Gordon Jr., the villain of Black Mirror, his first big Batman story. I always thought this character was criminally underutilized, and I love the fact that he might be a huge difference maker here. In fact, the next story is actually called Black Mirrors. How fun is that? Overall, I think I'd feel comfortable giving this issue a 9 out of 10. Just a great comic and a great week for comics.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, did you know, outside just making great weekly comic videos, I'm also on several comic book podcasts, some of which are very popular. There's the Weekly Pull, which the shirt I'm wearing right now, that one goes every other Tuesday. Then there's the Elseworlds Exchange over on the Comic Pop channel. That's every Wednesday around 3 to 5, give or take. And then how could I possibly forget the Comic Multiverse, the show hosted by myself and Matt of Fortress of Solitude. That one goes live on this channel every Wednesday at 8, and also SoundCloud and iTunes later on. Be sure to check out and subscribe to those if you haven't already. I assure you, you won't be mistaken.